Good evening and welcome to this 2016 Academic Awards program. Tonight we call the university community's attention to those students who in various academic areas have made significant steps towards excellence, the goal towards which we all strive. And now, to welcome us to this 2016 celebration and to give the keynote address on this awards night, I'm pleased to introduce the 2014-2015 Distinguished Professor, Associate Professor of Biology, Professor Travis Knowles. Mr. Knowles.
Thank you, Dr. Chapman, and thanks to all of you in the university community for having me here. The first thing I must say is congratulations to all the recipients of these awards that are being given out tonight. We're really here to celebrate the accomplishments that you've made, and these are tremendous accomplishments. Everyone in this room is very proud of all of you, and we look forward to seeing you come across the stage tonight to receive your awards. So, I'm a biologist, and when I was asked to give this talk, I thought for quite some time about what the address would be. And I thought to myself, Knowles, you have to tell a story from the wild. So I've spent a lot of time outside, I've spent a lot of time with research, and I don't know how many of you know this, but our current provost, Dr. Chapman, is going to retire at the end of this academic year. So I thought I would feature our provost a little bit in my talk tonight, break with tradition just a little bit for talks like this, and tell you about the time that Knowles almost cut the provost's career short by giving him a heart attack. About 10 years ago, a little more than 10 years ago, the provost and I and some other university faculty visited an exchange program that we had at the time with the university in Australia. And Australia is a wonderful country. I've always wanted to visit it. It was a short visit, but I had an opportunity to go there, and I jumped at the chance. And one of my favorite travel authors is Bill Bryson, who many of you know. You may have read some books by him. He has a wonderful book called In a Sunburned Country that I actually listened to as an audiobook before I traveled with this group. And it was read by the author himself, Bill Bryson. I'd like to just read a little excerpt from that book about Australia that has relevance to me as a biologist and will make sense of the story that I'm about to tell you. So this is In a Sunburned Country, Bill Bryson, and I quote, "Australia is the home of the largest living thing on Earth, the Great Barrier Reef, and of the largest monolith, Ayers Rock, or Uluru, to use its now official, more respectful Aboriginal name. It has more things that will kill you than anywhere else. Of the world's 10 most poisonous snakes, all are Australian. 5 of its creatures, the funnel-web spider, box jellyfish, blue-ringed octopus, paralysis tick, and stonefish, are the most lethal of their type in the world. This is a country where even the fluffiest of caterpillars can lay you out with a toxic nip, where seashells will not just sting you, but actually sometimes go for you. If you are not stung or pronged to death in some unexpected manner, you may be fatally chomped by sharks or crocodiles, or carried helplessly out to sea by irresistible currents, or left to stagger to an unhappy death in the baking outback. It's a tough place." That was my preparation for Australia. And as I recall, Bryson ends that chapter with, "Australia is a wonderful country," and it is. So now on to my story. As part of the trip, we went to Fraser Island, which is a World Heritage Site, a beautiful island, and we took a trip out to a place called Lake Mackenzie that the provost will remember well. It's one of the most beautiful, pristine-looking lakes I've ever seen. Crystal clear, blue water, no deeper than 5 meters anywhere, white sand beaches, a fantastically beautiful sight. And as we pulled up, the bus driver and tour guide, who was Australian, gave a list of things that one might do. And one of the things he said, if you want to take a walkabout around the lake, it'll take you about an hour. Well, guess what? Knowles decided, I'm going for it. I'm going to walk around that lake. We're going to be here for 2 hours. That's plenty of time. Gives me a chance to see the steamer duck and some other species that I really wanted to see. Well, it turns out it's more like 3 hours. I calculated the distance around the area of that lake if it were a complete circle, and it would be about between 3 and 4 miles. But it's not circular in shape. The perimeter of the lake has little indentations like your intestine does for digesting food, and I had to go around every one of those. And as I went farther and farther, I realized I'm not going to make it back to the bus before darkness falls. So I started to run, and I ran all the way back to the bus and got there about dusk. And I poured myself into the seat, and I looked at the provost, and his eyes were very narrow. And I'm quite sure he'd been running through his mind, how am I going to explain this to the president? And I'm also pretty sure that he thought I had been bitten by one of those venomous snakes, and my body had been eaten by dingoes. Is that how you had it? Pretty much. That's what was supposed to happen. Well, I survived it. And when I teach vertebrate zoology, the first question that I get, usually when I get to the reptiles, is, can anybody guess? What's the most venomous snake in the world? What is the most venomous snake? Everybody always wants to know the answer to that question. Well, there's different ways to answer it. If you measure that on the basis of toxicity, how toxic the venom is per unit of volume, then the most venomous snake in the world is the inland taipan of Australia, or the fierce snake it's sometimes called. And yet, there have been no deaths, no human deaths recorded from the inland taipan since antivenom was developed. It's a very shy snake. It's not very aggressive. It lives in the outback and restricted range, and people don't come across it that much. Even the snakes that do bite people that are venomous and that cause deaths in Australia, there are more people killed by the imported European honeybee, stings from bees, than there are by all snake bites combined. So it's not as dangerous as Bill Bryson makes out if you watch your step and watch where you're going. And it is a wonderful country. And one of the things that I hope you all get to do is spend some time traveling, either while you're still here at the university or after you leave. It's one of the most enriching experiences that you can have, and many of you have already done this as part of our international exchange program probably, or summer study abroad, or other travel programs that we have. So that's my story about how I almost prematurely ended the career of the provost, but he survived it, and so did I. So what's the point of my story? I don't know if there is one. I'm going to show the English faculty in here how to stretch the analogy to its breaking point. I think the message of my story is just that a lot of these venomous snakes have very high-powered venom. Why do they have so much toxic venom? You know, an inland taipan is thought to have, one bite, have enough venom to kill about 100 adult people. Why are they so overcharged with toxic venom, which the provost and I have discussed this question many years? Well, as it turns out, the answer depends on where you are. For the taipan, they live in a very hostile environment where prey is rare, and they need quick knockdown. They need to ensure if they envenomate a prey item that they get it. The box jellyfish is very tiny. In order to not be eaten, it needs to paralyze or kill that predator that tries to eat it. So the answer is, these venomous species have just the right amount of venom for their circumstances. Natural selection has produced the amount of venom that they have, and it matches their needs. So I think the message of my story is that venomous animals have just the right amount of venom based on where they live and what they're doing in their lives. And you all, you honors award recipients tonight, have just the right amount of what it takes. And by that, I don't mean venom, but I mean excellence and good character and academic skills and all the things that you need that will carry you on into a brilliant future. So congratulations again, and I look forward to seeing you come up here on stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Knowles, for your remarks. I hadn't thought about Lake McKenzie in a while, so you brought it all back. And yes, I did believe he was probably lying somewhere, and I was glad to see him. Now we continue our program with the recognition of several special groups and the presentation of individual awards for academic excellence. At this point, We recognize those students who were named to the President's List and whose names are printed in the program. To achieve this honor, a full-time student who attains a grade point average of 3.75 or higher shall be recognized as distinguished and placed on the President's List. Further, any part-time student who has completed at least 12 hours at Francis Marion and who has declared a major shall be placed on the President's List for part-time students at the end of any semester in which the student has completed at least 6 semester hours with a grade point average of 3.75 or higher. With those named to the President's List, either full-time or part-time, and who are in the audience tonight, please stand now as a group to be recognized. Please stand. We also recognize those students who are named to the Dean's List and whose names are printed in tonight's program. To achieve this honor, a full-time student who attains a grade point average of at least 3.25, but less than 3.75, shall be recognized and placed on the Dean's List. Further, any part-time student who has completed at least 12 hours at Francis Marion and who has declared a major shall be placed on the Dean's List for part-time students at the end of any semester in which the student has completed at least 6 semester hours with a grade point average of at least 3.25 but less than 3.75. With those achieving the Dean's List, either full-time or part-time, and who are in the audience tonight, please stand now as a group to be recognized. Please stand. A number of student organizations perform services vital to the internal operations of the university. Among the most essential services are those provided by the student marshals, an elite and prestigious group. These students are selected on the basis of their scholarship, their sense of responsibility, their personality, and their ability to represent the institution. Each is called upon throughout the year to meet the public in various ways as official representatives of Francis Marion University. Their names are listed in the program. Would the student marshals in attendance this evening please stand as a group and be recognized? Please stand. Phi Kappa Phi is the honorary scholastic society open to all fields of study. The student members of Phi Kappa Phi are seniors and juniors who have achieved extraordinary attainment. Phi Kappa Phi is the most prestigious scholastic society at the university. Seniors elected to membership normally must rank in the highest 10% of the senior class. Juniors elected to membership normally must rank in the highest 5% of the junior class. Student members are listed in the program, and I ask all present student members of Phi Kappa Phi to stand now as a group to be recognized. Please stand. The most prestigious institutional scholarships for academic excellence which students at this institution may receive are the Robert McNair Scholarship, the Patriot Scholarship, the FMU Fellow Scholarship, and the Academic Distinction Scholarship. These scholarships are granted as a result of competitive screening and interview process. The McNair Scholarship is awarded to a very select group of incoming students based on the individual's record of academic excellence, willingness to participate in off-campus activities, and commitment to public service. The Patriot, FMU Fellows, and Academic Distinction Scholarships are awarded to outstanding incoming freshmen on the basis of their total records and their potential, including participation in co-curricular and extracurricular activities. All of these scholarships are renewable for 4 years of undergraduate instruction. In addition to these institutional awards, the state of South Carolina sponsors the Palmetto Fellows Scholarships, which are awarded by the Commission on Higher Education and the individual institution on a statewide competitive basis. The names of the recipients of the McNair, Patriot, Palmetto Fellows, and Academic Distinction Scholarships currently on campus are provided in the program. I now have the honor of presenting these recipients as a group and ask them to rise and be recognized. Please stand. We now continue with the presentation of specific awards for academic excellence. Each award is presented for individual achievement. Individual selection has been made primarily on the basis of demonstrating the highest promise in the discipline in which the award is granted. Each recipient is asked to come to the stage to receive the individual award from the chairperson of the department or the dean of the school in which the student is majoring, or from the major faculty member in the area in which the award is sponsored. Each presenter will call all recipients to the stage at once. The first award of the evening is the PD Electric Scholars Award. This award is presented by the PD Electric Cooperative, and this year the award goes to Bridget Nicole Gainey. Unfortunately, Bridget is not able to be with us this evening, but join me in congratulating her with a round of applause. And now, to present the President's Undergraduate Research Award, I call upon the President of Francis Marion University, Dr. Luther F. Carter, to present the President's Undergraduate Research Award. Dr. Carter.
Thank you. You know, it's my pleasure each year to present this award. The winner of the President's Undergraduate Research Award is selected from among students who have had research projects evaluated by an external professional body for presentation at a scholarly conference or publication in a scholarly journal. The type of research that's considered in this campus-wide competition is interdepartmental and ranges from the natural and social sciences to mathematics to literature and the art. The winner of the award this year is Robert Snipes. Robert, would you please come forward? Robert's work is entitled Molecular Evidence of Undescribed Cernova Species, Cnidaria myxosporia in Freshwater Polychaete, Manayunkia speciosa from western Lake Erie. And by the way, that's a mouthful for a political scientist. The research was supervised by Dr. Malakakis of the biology department. It was presented as a poster at the 2016 South Carolina Academy of Sciences meeting in Rock Hill, South Carolina, the 2016 Association of Southeastern Biologists in Concord, North Carolina, and it's been accepted for publication in the Journal of Invertebrate Pathology. Congratulations, Robert. We're very, very proud of you on your success. Thank you. Let me mention one other thing. This year's judges also voted to award honorable mention for another work that was performed by Morgan Hicks with Dr. Alan Clavo in the chemistry department. The work involved halogenated saccharins. That received an honorable mention. Morgan, are you here this evening? Would you stand up? Let us recognize you.
Morgan, you might as well stand up again and come on up. And would Lucas Murley please come up too? It's my pleasure to award the Dwayne Myers Honors Award and the Honors Student Advisory Council Award. The Dwayne T. Myers Honors Award, named for the founder of the honors program, is given to the senior graduating with honors in the highest GPA. This year's award goes to Morgan McDaniel Hicks. Morgan will graduate next month with a degree in biology, and in the fall will begin a master's degree in FMU's Physician's Assistant Program. Morgan is our resident expert on the breeding habits of the male white-crowned manakin, having written her honors thesis on that particularly over-enthusiastic Ecuadorian bird. and is an excellent example of a person with both right and left hemispheres, having worked as a tutor in the Writing Center for over 2 years and having served as secretary of the Biology Club. She is a member of the honor societies of Phi Kappa Phi, Beta Beta Beta, and Gamma Sigma Epsilon. Morgan would like to thank her husband, her parents, and her friends for their continuous support throughout her undergraduate career at Francis Marion University. Morgan, congratulations. The Honor Student Advisory Council Award goes to the student elected by his peers for having done the most to create a sense of community among the honors membership. This year's award goes to defending champion Lucas James Murley, who won it last year too. Throughout his undergraduate career, Lucas has been involved in over 10,000 student organizations. Currently, he is treasurer of the Biology Club, vice president of Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, advisor for the Resident Student Association, a campus diplomat, a sixth semester resident assistant, and most importantly, president of the Honor Student Advisory Council, in which capacity he advises me on matters curricular and social and does an excellent job of making sure that FMU Honors is really, really fun. Lucas will graduate in May with a degree in biology and a minor in chemistry, and in the fall will begin pursuing his career in dentistry at the College of Dental Medicine at MUSC in Charleston. Lucas, congratulations.
And now I ask that Dr. Aaron Eaton, Associate Professor of Biology and President of Phi Kappa Phi, come forward to present the Phi Kappa Phi Award. Dr. Eaton.
As Dr. Chapman mentioned, the Phi Kappa Phi is the most prestigious honor society that we have on campus. And if you'll look in your program, you'll see that many, many Francis Marion students reach that national goal. But every year we take one student who is really reaches that goal of academic excellence. This year's recipient has over 150 earned hours. He is a double major in biology and psychology. With those 56 hours, he has maintained a perfect 4.0, and Phi Kappa Phi would like to recognize Mr. Devin Kellis.
It's my honor this evening to announce the Scholastic, the Scholastic Achievement Award. This is the award that honors the 2015-2016 graduate who, through fall 2015 in all courses taken, regardless of field, has attained the highest grade point average. This year, I am pleased to announce the 2015-2016 Scholastic Achievement Award goes to Kayla Joyce Staley. Kayla, I don't believe could be with us this evening. Is she? Oh, she is. Great. Kayla, congratulations. We now move to the College of Liberal Arts Awards, and to begin the presentation of the academic awards, I call upon Dr. Ann Steckman, Chair of the Department of Biology, to present the Biology Department Awards. The remainder of the presentations will follow as outlined on the program. Dr. Steckman.
Thank you so much. Would Morgan Hicks come back up, and Robert Snipes, please. Every year the biology department is given this task of trying to figure out who are the most outstanding students in a variety of areas, and it's always difficult because there are so many really good ones, many of which are in the audience here. The first award is the Biology Award, which is given to a senior for excellence in academic achievement. And you've already heard everything about Morgan, and so my job is so easy tonight. Thank you. The second award that I have to give out tonight is the Biology Student Research Award. And this award is given to a student with outstanding research efforts. And as you heard earlier, and Dr. Carter pronounced very well, Robert Snipes receives our Biology Research Award tonight. The last award is given to an outstanding sophomore for academic achievement in biology. And Sarah Diaz was not able to come tonight, but join me in giving her a round of applause.
Good evening. I'm Pete Peterson, Chairman of the Chemistry Department. And we are very pleased tonight to present 4 chemistry awards. So at this time, will Zach Greenwood, Ashley Evans, Caroline Granger, and Indigo Green please join me on the stage. Our first award goes to Zach Greenwood, the General Chemistry Award, who demonstrated superb ability in our one-year General Chemistry course sequence. Zach Greenwood, congratulations. Likewise, the Organic Chemistry Award goes to Ashley Evans, who demonstrated superb ability in our one-year Organic Chemistry sequence of courses. Congratulations, Ashley. Our third award is the Analytical Chemistry Award. That award goes to the student who's demonstrated superb mastery in analytical chemistry, which includes quantitative analysis and instrumental analysis. This year's recipient for the Analytical Chemistry Award goes to Caroline Granger. The W.H. Brazil Chemistry Major Award goes to the student, the graduating chemistry major, who's demonstrated superb ability in all of the subject areas. This year's recipient for our most prestigious award, the W.H. Brazil Chemistry Major Award, goes to Miss Indigo Green. Thank you very much.
May I ask Ashley Catherine Harris, Rebecca Ann Hazelton, Savannah Lee Barber, Francis Taylor Robinson, Lucas Connor Berry, David Allen Guess, Brooke Daniel Mogi, and Dustin Shower Waffield to join me on the stage. I'm Christopher Johnson. I'm the chairperson of the Department of English, Modern Languages, and Philosophy. It is my honor tonight to recognize these award recipients from our department. The English Award is given to the student or students who are deemed by the department to have made the greatest contribution to the department, both in terms of academic excellence and in terms to their contributions to research and service, principally through tutoring in our Writing Center and English 111 Lab. This year's recipients are Ashley Catherine Harris and Rebecca Ann Hazelton, and I don't believe either is able to join us, but please join me in giving them a round of applause for their achievement. The McCremon Award is given to the student who is judged to have written the best paper in a first-year composition course. This year's recipient is Savannah Lee Barber. Is Savannah here? Please join me in thanking Savannah for all that she has but our Playwriting Screenwriting Award winner is very definitely here. It is my pleasure to give this award to Frances Taylor Robinson. The Catherine S. Bowling Memorial Award is given to the student who has excelled in writing fiction. This year's award winner has not only proven himself to be a fine novelist and short story writer, but also a fine editor, as his work has proved with our literary journal, the Snow Island Review. Please join me in congratulating Lucas Connor Berry. The Richard B. Larson Memorial Award is given to the student who has proven excellence in our professional writing program. This year's recipient is David Allen Guess. The Robert Parham Award in Poetry is given this year to Brooke Daniel Mogi, who cannot join us this evening, but please join me in congratulating Brooke. And finally, the Modern Language Award is given to Dustin Shower Wofford, one of our Spanish majors and also a fine tutor in the University Writing Center and the University Tutoring Center. Congratulations, Dustin.
Will Elizabeth Carter, Caroline Spearman, and Quadarius Seegers join me on stage, please? Good evening. I'm Keith Best, the chair of the Department of Fine Arts. I have 3 awards to give tonight from the Department of Fine Arts. The Peggy Love McLaughlin Art Award is given to the outstanding senior in the visual arts, and this year's recipient is Elizabeth Christina Carter. The Jack Baker Memorial Award, established in 1986 by the friends and family of Jack Baker, who served as the first vice president for academic affairs and dean of the Francis Marion College, is given to the outstanding junior or senior in music or art, and this year's recipient is Caroline Elizabeth Spearman. And lastly, the outstanding senior in theater arts award goes to Quadarius Seegers.
Would Benjamin Martin Jackson please join me on stage? I like that, Benjamin Martin Jackson, and a nice presidential ring to it. Good evening, I'm Chris Kennedy. I'm the chairman of the History Department. I'm happy and pleased to announce this year's recipient of the FMU History Award, which also carries a monetary award given by the PD chapter of Colonial Dames of America. This year's winner is one of the best and brightest students I've ever had. But more than just great grades, Ben basically has his priorities straight, and he's just a wonderful young man. He's a member of FMU's chapter of Phi Alpha Theta, the History Honor Society. We've been fortunate enough to win the Best National Chapter Award during his tenure here, all 4 years in a row. He plans on pursuing a doctorate in history and hopefully teaching maybe in college, maybe right back here at FMU someday. The FMU History Award winner for 2016 is Benjamin Martin Jackson.
Good evening, I'm Tim Hansen from the Department of Mass Communication, and the department is proud to present its annual award to Miss Alexis Stokes. Alexis. Alexis is a public relations track major and is currently putting her skills to use as part of an internship at Florence School District Number 1. And I'm told that Alexis is doing such a fine job there that they are in something of panic at the thought of losing her. Last month, Alexis was chosen to join a small group of mass communication students who traveled to Washington, D.C., where they met with executives from Google, Twitter, ABC News, and some of the city's leading public relations practitioners. Since she began studies at Francis Marion University, Alexis has been on the president's list every semester, and she has earned a place in Phi Kappa Phi, this university's most prestigious academic honor society. We in the department are confident Alexis will go far in her chosen profession. Congratulations, Reverend.
Hello, I'm Tom Fitzke, Chair of Mathematics, and it gives me pleasure to award the 2015-16 Mathematics Award to Alexander Joyce and Jackson McDonald. If they'd come to the stage, please. The Mathematics Award is typically given to just one recipient, but this year the department could not differentiate between these two candidates. Both Alexander and Jackson are completing their third year at Francis Marion, although they are seniors due to their cumulative earned hours. They've earned all A's in the math courses and are scheduled to graduate in May 2017. Alexander is the recipient of the Allen Mathematics Scholarship. He's a member of Phi Kappa Phi and Kappa Mu Epsilon, a National Mathematics Honor Society, and the Association of Computing Machinery. Jackson has received the Duke Energy Mathematics Scholarship, the Sigma Phi Epsilon Fraternity J. Williams Memorial Scholarship. He's a member of Phi Kappa Phi and also Kappa Mu Epsilon. Congratulations, Jackson.
Good evening. I'm Ruth Whitman Price from the Department of Nursing. The nursing department gives their award to the person with the highest GPA. This year's recipient is Olivia Price. Olivia is from Dillon, and she's part of a large family. Her decision to come to Francis Marion University was inspired by her father, who was a graduate of Francis Marion College. Olivia has been continuously on the president's list or the dean's list. She has been awarded multiple scholarships so far, including the Palmetto Gold Nursing Award and the South Carolina League for Nursing Award. She's a member of Phi Kappa Phi and Sigma Theta Chi International Honor Societies. She's also the president of our Student Nurses Association. Olivia is a candidate to graduate with honors, and she's coming back to FMU to be a nurse educator.
The following students come to the stage: Jeremy Hatfield, Rigel Lochner, Jesse Carter, Cody McKenzie, and Dax Doctor. Good evening, I'm Seth Smith. I'm chair of the Department of Physics and Astronomy, and it's my pleasure to present to you tonight the winners of the 5 awards from our department. First of these is the Engineering Technology Award, this year awarded to Jeremy Glenn Hatfield. Jeremy's a Bachelor of Science degree recipient in Civil Engineering Technology. He's also a student athlete, played on our baseball team for 4 years. He's currently completing an internship in the engineering department at Nucor Volcraft, and after graduation will begin full-time employment with Nucor Volcraft. Congratulations, Jeremy. Our Health Physics Award, we have so many fantastic students in that major, it was difficult to decide, and we have 2 recipients this year. The first is Jessie Victoria Carter. Jessie's a Bachelor of Science degree in Physics with a concentration in Health Physics with minors in both Mathematics and Chemistry. She's completed 2 summer internships in Health Physics at VC Summer Nuclear Station in Jenkinsville, and after graduation will begin employment as a Junior Health Physics Specialist with VC Summer. Congratulations, Jessie. Our other Health Physics Award winner is Rigel Lochner, who is likewise a bachelor's degree in physics with a concentration in health physics and also has minors in mathematics and chemistry. Rigel completed a summer health physics internship at H.B. Robinson Nuclear Plant near Hartsville, and his future plans are to work as a scientist at a power reactor or a radiation protection technician at a national laboratory, and to eventually earn his master's degree in health physics. Congratulations, Rigel. Our Computational Physics Award goes to Cody Tyler McKenzie. Cody is likewise a Bachelor of Science in Physics, but with a concentration in computational physics. He's been on the President's List every semester at FMU. He's a member of Kappa Mu Epsilon Mathematics Honor Society and the Phi Kappa Phi National Scholastic Honor Society. And an interesting fact, he's the 2011 track champion at Dillon Motor Speedway in the Charger Division, and would dearly love to be a race car driver. But in case that doesn't work out, he's going to go to graduate school at Clemson University and major in a master's degree in mechanical engineering. Congratulations, Cody. And our final award is the Industrial Engineering Award. It's the first time we've ever presented it, and our award winner is Mr. Dax Doctor. Dax is majoring in industrial engineering and will be part of our inaugural graduating class in May of 2017. He earned an associate's degree in electronics engineering technology from Florence Darlington Technical College, where he received the Outstanding Curriculum Award, Collegiate Leadership Award, and Academic Scholars Award. At FMU, he's a tutor in the math lab, and he's vice president of the FMU chapter of the Institute of Industrial and Systems Engineers. He's also worked as an industrial engineering intern at Otis Elevator in the South Carolina Department of Transportation, and if he ever gets his PhD, I'll have to call him Doctor. Congratulations, Dax.
Would James Gates, Max Davenport, and Tanner Sarvis please come to the stage? The Eileen L. Curley Talon Political Science Award is given to the senior political science major whose academic achievement has distinguished him or herself among all political science students. This year, the award goes to James Reed Gates. The Neil D. Thigpen Award in South Carolina Politics and Government is given by Fred and Folly Carter and goes to the student who has demonstrated a keen interest in and scholarly knowledge of South Carolina politics and government. This year, the award goes to Maxwell Pearson Davenport. The Dr. Jesse A. Coles Jr. Award is given in honor of Dr. Jesse A. Coles, a dedicated South Carolina government public servant, and is awarded to the senior or rising senior who has excelled in the classroom and has demonstrated a strong desire to pursue a career in public service. This year, the award goes to Tanner Kellen Sarvis.
Would Caitlin Siney, Amber Stanley, and Stephanie Ross please join me on the stage. My name is Will Waddles. I'm chair of the psychology department. The Douglas A. Mandra Award in Applied Psychology is going to Caitlin Siney. Caitlin came to FMU as an undergraduate on a tennis scholarship from Zimbabwe. She played all 4 years, was named captain her last year. Since entering the Master's in Science and Applied Psychology program, she has conducted research with 5 different professors and been elected by her peers as president of the Psychology Graduate Student Association. As a graduate assistant at the Richardson Center for the Child, she has shown great initiative in organizing valuable test kits and making the center more functional for assessment and research. After graduation, Caitlin plans to pursue a PhD. The L.A. Hoff Psychology Research Award goes to Stephanie Bosch, who is a senior psychology major from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Intrigued by her time studying abroad, she is currently conducting research for her honors independent study on the relationship between personality type and willingness to travel. She plans to pursue a career in student affairs and higher education after her graduation in May. The Mike Jordan Psychology Award goes to McNair scholar Amber Stanley of St. George, South Carolina. She is currently finishing her year in psychology at FMU. She plans to turn her passion for applied psychology into a career in applied behavior analysis by becoming a board-certified behavior analyst. She will begin the master's program at Florida State University in the fall.
Would Nikili Goss and Santana Johnson come to the stage? I'm Dr. Lisa Ergel, chair of the sociology department, and we have two outstanding students tonight that we'd like to give awards to. And so our first outstanding student is the recipient of the Linda M. Sumner Award, the social work award, named in memory of her mother. Our recipient is Nikili Goss, and Nikili is a December 2015 graduate of Francis Marion, graduate of the honors program. And while she was at Francis Marion, she was the head orientation leader in the Office of Orientation and Enrollment Management. During fall 2015, she spent a semester in Washington, D.C., working with U.S. Congressman Jim Clyburn as a congressional staffer in his office. She is also the past president of the Sociology Club and a former member of the Young, Gifted, and Blessed Choir at FMU. So she's been a very hardworking and busy person. But what makes, in my mind, her accomplishments even more impressive is during her time here at Francis Marion, she had a couple health scares. And yet, in spite of that, taking a rigorous course load, one of the courses being my course, Sociology 407 Urban, which has developed quite a reputation for the research projects and all the material that people have to learn. She made an A, hands down. She made it look easy. And so she has interest in criminology, but also enjoys working with youth. She works at the Governor's School for the Arts right now, but has plans to go on to graduate school. And so we in the sociology program are very pleased to have Nikili as the recipient of our social work award. Santana Johnson could not be with us tonight. She graduated with honors from Francis Marion in December 2015 as well. She plans to return to Francis Marion in the fall to work towards a master's degree in psychology. I first met her as a sophomore in my 400 level population class, which also has a reputation like the urban sociology class. But she was a sophomore taking it. And I was a little bit concerned. A 400 level course, sophomore. But she quickly vanquished any concerns I had by easily making good grades on the examinations, doing a really excellent research project for the class. And so it's because of this performance she's received our top award, the Sociology Award. She has the highest GPA of the students that are going to graduate this year or have graduated this year. And so we're pleased to have Santana receive our Sociology Award.
I'm Barry O'Brien from the School of Business. Will the following students please join me on stage? Dana Gullidge, Trey Watford, Rand Gravely, Yannick Rotlingsberger, Luke Beta, Donald Livingston, Melody McCall, Johnny Ross, and Lana White. The awards in the School of Business from among the 500 majors go to the top student in each discipline as selected by their respective faculty. I'll wait till they all get on stage. The accounting award this year goes to Dana Gullidge. Computer Science Award goes to Mr. Trey Watford. The Economics Award to Mr. Rand Gravely. The General Business Award to Yannick Rotlingsberger. The Management Award to Luke Beta. The Management Information Systems Award to Donald Livingston. The Marketing Award, and I believe, Melody, you won the Accounting Award last year. Stay around a few more years. Have a flush. The Marketing Award to Miss Melody McCall. Wall Street Journal Award in Finance this year was split between our two top students, Johnny Ross and Lana White. Thank you.
Will the 3 School of Education Award recipients please join me on stage? I'm Shirley Carbow Smith, and I'm from the School of Education, and we are pleased to present the final 3 awards of the night. Our first recipient is Jessica Caitlin Webb, and she's receiving the Thomas W. Seals Memorial Award in Early Childhood Education. Reading practice. And our James E. Potterfield Award in Elementary Education goes to Allison Nicole Huggins. Our final recipient is not here, and she is a December graduate, Sierra Joy Sports, and she will receive the Middle Level Education Award. Thank you.
Let's give all of these tremendous students another round of applause. We congratulate each of the award winners. We are proud of them for what they've accomplished, for what they represent, and what the future holds for them as well. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Francis Marion University, I extend to the entire student body our congratulations for a year of accomplishment.